It is Thursday, January 29th, 2015. Welcome, everyone, to episode 21 of the OG Cast, your clan podcast for the original Guardians. My name is Mike. You can find me on Xbox Live. I am mikerocksmore. Let's get to the panel and kick things off here. Making his triumphant return, we got Nick. How's it going this week?
Yep, NastyDestroyer here. Glad to be back. Looking forward to tomorrow, start of Diamond Division Clan Wars.
So how many new people did you have to recruit to get into Diamond?
A lot.
Yeah.
No, we got a lot of new faces, but a lot of familiar faces. Mike can introduce Cindy, but he's here with me tonight, so yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations on making it to Diamond.
Yep, definitely.
Thank you.
We'll get into it some more, for sure.
Absolutely. I think as Nick mentioned here, we got Ken joining us for the first time. Going to be a new regular on the cast. Welcome.
Thank you.
Why don't you give you a little bit about yourself and
I run off the Xbox. The gamer tag is SINYCism. I mainly work and try to help this clan run, try to win those clan wars.
You've been with us since Destiny 2, haven't you?
Technically, yeah. I didn't run with you guys all that much because Call of Duty came out. I was looking for something competitive to play, but yeah, no, that's how I got into it.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, we got Keith. How's it going this week?
Not too bad. Just playing a little Destiny, playing a little H1Z1 on the computer, and other than that, just normal work and stuff.
Mixing it up, getting back to the PC.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played anything on it. Got to check out, see what's out there.
How is that game? You liking it, or?
I am. I think it's in an alpha state, so it has its bugs and everything, but they're definitely doing a lot of development on it. They're pushing patches nearly every day.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's really shocking the rate of development. Like a lot of early access games, they're really out there as glorified pre-betas, but they're with releases like patches once or twice a month. But I think it's very clear that this game was pushed out there really early in its development, and it's really interesting to see how things are changing.
Cool.
It was only $20 on Steam, so it's a good time so far.
Yeah, you guys aren't seeing it, but he gave us a little sneak peek of it, and it does look pretty cool, and it's quite elaborate, and looking forward to see what else you got to show me there, Keith.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not a big fan of zombie games, but with something like this, it piques my interest with just really the online component. It's the online players that really make this kind of game interesting, because you just don't know if you're going to run into somebody and they're going to kill you and take your stuff, or if they're going to be friendly. So it adds an interesting dynamic that you just don't get from like a typical single player zombie game.
Right, like you just had that encounter. What did that guy actually do? I didn't get to see.
Well, I ran across him. He looked like he was a new spawn, so he probably had just died recently, and he was looking for scrap metal. And so he asked, and I had some scrap metal, and I gave it to him, and that would help him make probably like a hatchet. It's the first thing you would make with scrap metal.
I know. So you can help, or you can just destroy everything you see.
Yeah, he didn't have a weapon. I could have just shot him in the head with my pistol. But it's how you want to play the game, and it's a server where only around 200 people can be on at the same time, and it's persistent. So it's not like your typical Call of Duty lobbies or anything where it's different people every day. So you can earn a reputation on servers, and that adds an interesting dynamic.
That's pretty sweet.
So people come to fear you, or?
Well, not necessarily fear you, but like, oh, you can't trust this guy, kill him on sight type deal. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
They'll put you on forums, put you on the spot.
Yeah, kind of like a headhunters list. So it happens. I mean, Daisy's the same way, where that kind of thing would happen in Daisy. So it's it's fun. It's a good time. It comes in handy having a gaming PC when Xbox Live is having problems once a week.
Right? Wow. Had to go there, didn't you?
I know. But it is, man. I mean, Xbox
Uh-huh.
Live seems to be having a lot more problems this generation than it did on the 360.
This is
I
true.
mean,
It's all the
It's
new
not-
UI crap that they keep doing and trying to make it more and more linear, like a Facebook social media spot, and it just takes so much. And I think that they literally screw something up every time they try to do a new patch.
Well, I don't know if it's the UI, because I mean, the only thing that really goes down on a regular basis is the social, like the social stuff,
Right,
like your
right,
friends
that's what-
list and the party. So I mean, I don't know if it's really UI driven. And I mean, their servers aren't going down. I mean, they have tons and tons of servers. It's just something within that infrastructure is crashing. So it's really strange.
It's not
And
those lizard guys no more, right? I mean, I didn't.
yeah, I don't think they were responsible for yesterday's outage,
Right.
but I don't know. It's
It would be all over
unfortunate.
Twitter or something, we would know, I'm sure.
Oh
They
yeah.
love to,
Oh, I hit the blogs immediately. I was off for a day and a half, I think.
Yeah, they love to to stroke their own e-peens when they take down when they take down a site.
It has been a few weeks since Xbox Live has gone down to the extent that it was the other night. So
Yeah, I mean, it was hyperbole when I said once a week. It's less than that, but it does seem it's about once a month though.
it's always during peak hours too, which is the real sucky thing. It's
Yeah.
never at 8 in the morning. It's always evening when everyone else is getting on. So maybe it is just the occasional volume bug, perhaps. Who knows, really? Never will know unless someone takes credit for it. So
Yeah.
still unfortunate because
Yeah, it is, and I mean, I don't know. Hopefully they get it together soon.
you think the 360 was very stable in the end. So logic would dictate that the one should be as well, but
Yeah.
We'll see. Still pretty new.
yeah. And just to go back to what Nick said about all the entertainment, social stuff. That is what the whole console is ultimately designed for. It's meant to be this hub. So if it can't handle that, then they've got big
Sure.
big problems. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know, I still love my Xbox. I'll be playing tomorrow from dusk till dawn. Well, Saturday, I guess, would be, because I got to work tomorrow. You know what I mean. Call of Duty time.
Well, let's jump into that. Why don't you mention going for Diamond? What does that all mean, and compared to the
So-
regular Clan Wars?
Yeah, I mean, basically, Diamond Wars is the elite of the elite, and Clan Wars, the guys that have already won 2 Clan Wars or more, are all going to be facing us. So the competition we've had in the past is nothing compared to what we will face in the future here. I mean, we stayed in the 54-man bracket. We overactivated quite a bit of people, but there's a lot of people that are iffy. So we're going to stay in the 54-man bracket because we owned that stuff in the Platinum division. I mean, I think we didn't lose by under 200 points on any of those Clan Wars wins. So 4 straight. We got 4 notches on the emblem. I don't know if you guys saw, but Sam made an awesome emblem for us. We're rocking it now, and
That's awesome.
It looks dope. It looks just like the emblem practically that he's got, that he made for us on the website and everything. And we're rocking that, so it looks more legit and official. And we put 4 little like hash marks. That was Cindy's idea, by the way. I don't want to steal the man's credit, but we got 4 hash marks on the side there, so it shows that we won 4 clan wars. It looks legit, man. It looks really good. But yeah, we'll probably I'll put a link or something to a photo so you guys can check it out.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's legit, and we're trying to move up in the brackets after this. But yeah, we're gonna stay safe in our first diamond. I want to see what kind of competition we're gonna face. And
do you know how many clans you're gonna be facing?
It'll be like the same premise as the Platinum Clan Wars, but like I said, our competition is going to be a lot stiffer. They can't be in it unless they've won 2 or more Clan Wars, and
the format's different.
Right, the format's different too. We're only going to have a total of 8 hours to play, whereas in the last Clan Wars we've had up to 72 hours or so to play, like straight if you wanted to. Like now it's only going to be 4 hours a night, Friday and Saturday. So yeah, you really got every win counts. So we got to get every guy on there on time and putting as much effort in as possible. So
yeah, much more of an organized strike this time around.
Precisely. Yeah, it's definitely a lot more organized. I mean, we went all out this time too. We got those Google Docs and got as much information that we could out of people, and we got our Facebook chat rolling. It's constantly got bull crap going on in it, but we're dealing with the Call of Duty kids. At the same time, they will rescue us in the end and probably win this Clan Wars for us. But they're annoying and try my patience quite a bit. But we deal with it, and we're ready for it. So just gotta have me in. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, no, I was going to say I've been data mining off of scoreboards and anything I can pull off of, and I'm going to continue doing so through the war. So we've been working on the intellectual end as well, not just pulling people in and putting hours in.
Definitely, yeah. And Cindy touched on it. He's already working on some documentation and making some great statistics grabs on how to be more efficient in the coming Clan Wars too. So.
Working hard.
Yeah, definitely. Me and him putting in a lot of hours. Like I said, when we brought him in as an admin to the hierarchy in the OG, he's put in a lot of time. He's been my right-hand man in Call of Duty and helping the clan win these Clan Wars, and just been an intricate part of OG on that side of things. And it's high time he got to experience the hierarchy here. So, yep. Again, welcome to Cindy.
Thank you.
Cool. Definitely seems like a lot of work in the past, and even going through the next few days here. So, good luck, guys, because it seems like it's going to be
Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. I did this in Ghosts, and it was all by myself. So I'm so happy to have a guy like SINYCism and have somebody who's got my back, who's not just there wanting to play the games, but also wants to organize the teams and help us to succeed. Because when I did it in Ghosts, it was all by myself, and it's terrible, like trying to wrangle 50 kids to do something that needs to be done. And you get a lot of stragglers and people that'll slip through the cracks that shouldn't. So we're going to definitely be more efficient in this Clan Wars. We've already set a minimum for them. They have to get at least 30 wins in the Clan Wars to be able to really be considered for the next Clan Wars. I would say, we're kind of playing it by ear because we don't know what to expect out of the 8 hours in the Diamond Wars, but we want to give these guys a goal and drive them towards something, so that will help us win. So we decided on 30 men, and hopefully they put in the time and get those wins. It'll be the difference maker.
cool.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it, but just wish us luck and hope that all the work pays off and that we're ready for the next Clan Wars after we crush this competition.
Well, you've won all quite handily in the last wars. hours. So.
But like I said, these guys, the guys we faced in the past were random ass people who, I think the hardest competition we had, maybe one group was organized and maybe had 15 people, maybe 18 people out of their 54-man bracket actually playing games and stuff. So, I mean, or at least putting in the hours that we were. I mean, nobody would put the hours in that we were. That's why I think we've won ultimately in the end, is just because I get guys that'll put in those hours in that time. So with us being restricted to 8 hours, I think that might hurt us a little bit. But, we still got people that, I mean, their win-loss is off the charts. We don't lose games when we're together, and we play together, and we win the objective. We don't worry too much about the KD, but we still got some Slayers that could probably rock 2-point something, 3-point something KDs easy, and they just are more about winning the game than anything. You gotta get those like-minded people in there in order to win these things, and I think we've done a really good job of that. So.
Cool. Any of the new DLC maps going to be entering that rotation for Clan Wars, or is it just strictly old maps? Or
no, the new maps most likely won't be a factor in it, because it's going to be its own little play campaign, and you'll play those maps just for fun and stuff. You're not going to really use those for the competition. I mean,
okay.
Plus, you're going to have guys that don't have the DLC, and it's just impossible to get everybody on the same page for the DLC content. So yeah, we'll focus on the main multiplayer maps and stuff.
Cool. Like you were saying earlier, you haven't had a chance to play any of those new maps yet, but
no, I downloaded them, but I had with Xbox Live issues and everything, and I just got Dying Light, so I was checking that out, but I haven't got a chance to. I think Cinny said he might have, but there's been a lot of Facebook chatter about it, and people posting pictures of how they're already destroying rounds and pushing through and zombies. So a lot of people are liking it. So
I dabbled a bit.
Right. I saw somebody dabble on. I let my little nephew play it, and they were John Malkovich is a playable character. I thought that was pretty funny. It's
funny.
I mean, it looks like John Malkovich. Don't yell at me if I'm wrong here, but it looks like John Malkovich is in there. Sean Burtenoff from The Walking Dead's in there, and there's a girl that looks familiar, but I couldn't place who it was. And then there's one other. Oh, Bill Paxton. He's your leader. I was like, are you serious?
Wow.
They're trying to make
funny.
it a mini series or something. So, yeah, they got all those actors too. And I mean, Bill Paxton looks real, dude. I mean,
Yeah, he does. He was the first one I recognized before Shane.
I was like, dude, that is Bill Paxton. What is Bill Paxton doing fighting zombies? First he's with Hydra, now he's a zombie killer. What the hell? Bill Paxton's been a busy man. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out after the Clan Wars. That'll be the first thing I do on Saturday night, busting out some of that. Probably play some Dying Light tomorrow. Well, no, Saturday morning. That game gives me really dizzy spells, so I can't play it for very long. I played Dying Light for 2 hours yesterday, and I was so sick I fell asleep 3 hours earlier than I wanted to. So
Wow.
yeah, I usually stay up till 12 or 1 o'clock. I think I was in bed at 10. Wow. I feel so bad. I just need to go to sleep. It's the only thing that makes me feel better. But yeah, it's been a long time since I played a game where it made me sick to my stomach to play it. So interesting. And it's not because of the zombies. You would think the obvious fact is you're bashing in zombies' heads and killing people, but it's just the movement in the game is just real. It's first-person parkour is not for everybody. I can tell.
So you're not going to go join those free runners and go jumping through downtown?
Dude, you don't want to see a 300-pound fat man try to run up a wall. It's funny. but it's also very embarrassing. So, yeah.
Well, sort of keeping with the zombies theme, and I know zombies has a really big, I guess, following in Call of Duty ever since it first came out all the way back, and I think it was World at War now, I guess, when it first got a first taste of it, and it's really grown into this massive thing that the community, just goes nuts over.
The whole world goes nuts over zombies. It's kind of weird.
I guess that's kind of ultimately what I'm building tier 2. Like personally, I've played a little bit of zombies. It never really did anything for me, and it does seem sort of out of place in the Call of Duty universe. So let me ask you guys this: why do you think it is? Is it just the popularity of zombies just on mass? Like the whole Walking Dead, kind of zombies are profitable, so we want to play them, or do you think it extends beyond that? Like, why are zombies so popular in Call of Duty?
Well, I think you answered your own question. You said, what is it, The Walking Dead? Do you watch The Walking Dead?
I used to.
Question for you. Oh, okay. So, but you did check it out, and you probably watched
I
the first
unfortunately
2 seasons.
Yeah, I started watching it, and then I just unfortunately just stopped. So it's on my list.
See, you even said unfortunate. So I mean, it was a good show, and its premise is zombies. I mean, it's I don't know. People say that the zombies, vampire, all that crap is a fad, but I think that it's not. I think that it's like.
Well, I mean, if zombies and vampires are a fad, it's like a 300-year fad, right?
Exactly. Yes.
What we're talking about.
100% agree with that, bro. I mean, that is the truth. I mean.
As far as zombies go, I feel the dystopian setting that they're always in is kind of what's selling nowadays, more so than anything. You can find that across the board.
I think that's what it is. It's the post-apocalyptic scenario, and zombies just happen to be a very common theme to stimulate that kind of environment.
I mean, Romero wrote the original Night of the Living Dead as kind of like a snapshot of the world as it ended, more so than a horror gore movie where monsters came and pulled you apart. So it's kind of lost its way and found its way back into popular culture with that dystopian end-of-the-world setting. As far as zombies on Call of Duty goes, though, I mean, it's kind of like the mini-grind from Destiny. It's leveling up your guns and rebuilding the fort, so to speak, and trying to get to different areas and different parts without putting in weeks at a time to get to where you're going.
Yep. It's also like not the zombies we're used to. I mean, these zombies are wearing exosuits and they're
they're electrified, shutting down your powers. Some of them are poisoned. You get infected and have to go heal yourself, kind of like the first raid in Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a whole new genre of zombies. I mean, I think that they've been kind of making their own zombies since World at War. I mean, zombies with guns and running around that can kill you, and then you got different zombies that are big hulking zombies that can kill you or take a lot more punishment, I guess, than some of the other zombies. I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, when does it end? But whatever, as long as it keeps selling.
Do you guys think that Sledgehammer should have gone with something new? Because zombies have traditionally been a Treyarch thing.
I mean, they tried new to me and Ghosts with the aliens, and I thought it was cool, but it didn't get nearly the traction that Zombies did. I mean, if Zombies was in Ghosts, that game would have been way more popular than what it.
I mean, isn't that odd that you're saying like zombies are what's gonna make a Call of Duty game popular? I mean, that just seems really strange to me. Like.
But it's so true, though. I mean, if Ghosts had zombies, there would have been a lot more people playing Ghosts. That's just the bottom line.
Does Call of Duty need these kind of modes?
What's that?
Does Call of Duty need these kind of modes? Because even if you go back to Modern Warfare 3, they had that sort of survival mode where you were just facing wave after wave of enemies. Similar premise to zombies, but just more in the sort of confines of the reality of Modern Warfare 3, where as opposed to zombies, where Treyarch kind of always went with this dystopian, weird sort of world. But
I don't know if it needs it. It helps. I like having it in there. It opens up another element of team play that you normally don't get out of Call of Duty players. The kids who are going like 22-1 but still losing every round because they're not working together.
Right.
So it does open up a new element within the Call of Duty brand to work together and try something different, as opposed to having to find a clan and wrangle and do everything that we do.
Right.
That's a good point.
I think that you really ought to just look at the statistics of how many people bought this latest DLC content. I mean, there was a lot, I'm sure, that purchased the full season pass, but I think what I would do is compare the season pass to this first DLC content, because that's where you get the real zombies. And if my opinion, the first DLC outsold the season pass, that just tells you how much more zombies are popular and that are actually helping Call of Duty stay floating.
Or how little faith we have in season passes.
That's very true.
That's a good point too, bro.
Yeah, I think season passes and pre-orders are going to be taking a hit this coming year.
Yeah, burn out on.
Well, sometimes you work. If the game is totally screwed, you get another free game out of it. So.
That's very true.
Or you at least get a free month of Xbox. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support for Master Chief Collection, even though it's broke.
Well, that worked out for me. My membership is just about done, and so I got an extra month out of it now. So,
Nice.
Is it worthwhile the frustration? Well, I don't know about that, but considering the $70 I plopped down to get the game, but.
I considered walking that road, and then I just listened to all you guys about how broken it was and how frustrating it was, and I just stayed away.
Yeah, it's good to stay away. I mean, the Halo 2 reimagined campaign, that is good. Like, I always love the campaigns, and to me, like, that alone was worth it. Was for the 4 campaigns, because they are really good.
Gotcha.
Especially the Halo 2 at with the whole remaster and especially the cutscenes. But then I also want to replay the Halo 4 campaign. I only played that campaign once, so I want to play that again before 5 comes out. So to me, it's worth it, even with multiplayer broken right now. But yeah, multiplayer needs to get fixed, because it's tarnishing the Halo name.
That's when I'll get my copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I hope that is the case. I hope Bungie, or not Bungie, 343. I hope 343 fixes
Bungie, I don't know if they have these issues.
That's very true. I hope 343 does fix it, and when they do, I hope it generates a lot of revenue for them. But it's a shame.
We haven't talked the multiplayer in a little while. Is it really still that bad? Because I was kind of under the impression that it was getting better. So
if you play by yourself, it's perfectly fine. You can play by yourself without any problems. If you try to play in a party, you're screwed. Like, you cannot. It's impossible to play in a party.
Who here wants to play by themselves all the time?
Yeah, I know. I mean that's I've done it. It's all right, but yeah, playing with others is really where Halo has always been a shining multiplayer experience.
I want to play with Sam and Keith and Mike in my party. Why can't I do that?
Sam and I tried playing. Like, we were trying for like an hour, and we played like one game.
I gave up.
It was really awful.
Call of Duty. Thank God.
I mean, they have a beta for their next update, which hopefully is a good sign.
That's insane. So. A beta for a game that's already released.
Yeah, I mean, it's
sad.
when it's stated in that in isolation like that without any kind of context, yeah, it sounds dumb as hell. But when you look at the current state of Halo and what they've been trying to do to fix it, I mean, it makes sense, because if the update is so massive that it's just going to be completely gutting the existing multiplayer code to basically start from scratch, then it's a necessary thing, because every update they put out has been like band-aid fixes, and they're just minor tweaks. They're not real. They're not getting to the heart of the problem. So if they need a beta to make it function, then have at it, Haas.
I'll take it if it fixes it.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, if it doesn't fix it, you now have a completely unplayable game. And that's the whole thing with it, I guess.
To me, it's already
beta,
unplayable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they can really do any more damage than they've already done to the Halo game. I mean, I really don't. If this beta doesn't actually help with anything, then I mean, people will give up. But it's not like it destroyed the Halo name forever. They've pretty much already done that. So Halo 5 is where they're going to be able to get any kind of credibility back. It doesn't even matter if Master Chief Collection gets fixed. Like they're not going to get any credibility back until Halo 5 comes out.
Yeah, this really screwed 343. They are way behind the 8-ball.
Yeah, and I mean, Halo 5, the Halo 5 multiplayer beta should have been hype, to drive up hype for the franchise and everything, but it turned out to be more damage control and appeasement than anything, because Halo 5 was in way better shape than Master Chief Collection, and it's a year away, so
yeah,
it's
which is
just
good.
mind-blowing. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good, but mind-blowing at the same time.
Yeah, well, we can speculate as to what the problem is, whether it's just the conversion from the 360 to the Xbox One or whatever the heck it is, because we'll never know the answer. But seeing as they have to push this big ass update, you have to realize that it's significant, the issues that they are having. So yeah,
I think hopefully they've at least figured out what it is, with the beta and everything. I mean, they can.
Yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have announced this beta if they didn't have a strategy, because I mean, at the end of the day, they have a strategy, and I'm sure it was a significant enough of a change to require that kind of beta.
I'm sure that ultimately their main strategy was to have the Master Chief Collection come out, have that build hype for Halo 5. Instead, it's really made people question whether, and thankfully, Halo 5 does look like it's going to be good and stable at the release, because the beta was sure that way, but damage has been done, so whether 343 can rectify some of it, I guess, is going to be the big question.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. Time will tell.
We shall definitely see. Because
if they get their act together, they sold another copy. Let them know. Every single one counts.
Hear that, 343?
I'm sure they listen to every episode.
And they're like, yes, one person will buy it. All right. Well, let's switch gears to the originators of Halo, back to Bungie. And I have to say, I'm feeling rather good about myself, because I think I've figured out the upgrade problem that they've been facing.
What do you mean the upgrade problem?
Well, the way that we had to go through all of our exotics again, and
oh, okay, yeah,
all that kind of stuff. So, but let me preface this with from the words of Luke Smith, designer. He put up a post over the weekend, and I'll just kind of read through a couple things here. He says, nothing specific to announce at this time, but the mistakes we made with DLC 1 reward economy will not be repeated. Mistakes like vendor gear invalidating the effort of Vault of Glass raiders, upgrading an exotic resetting its talents.
Yeah, so that's great news. I did see that post, and I think that's great news that they learn from that, because I mean it was a really, really dumb decision. So, hats off for them to admitting that, and I really hope House of Wolves does something that kind of doesn't screw over veteran players like that, but still makes ease of access low enough so new players aren't daunted by progression trees.
Well, definitely, yeah. And I think it put a lot. What's that?
They got to find a nice balance for that.
Yeah. Well, what they're going to do at this point is anybody's guess, but I think I think I came up with a good idea. And I think the best part about this is that it actually falls into the existing game mechanics. Because I'm not sure if you guys are all familiar with the fusion rifle Murmur. To upgrade the last tree, the last 3 bubbles there, you need to buy a ruined core or something.
Oh, yeah.
Why not implement something like that? With each new expansion that comes, if you want to upgrade your current gun without resetting it, add 3 bubbles, add something in that you need to acquire either from the game world or by leveling up a vendor, like such as arrows, so that you're, in fact, you still have to do a little bit of grinding to continue, which ultimately, let's not kid ourselves, Destiny at this stage has set themselves up to be a game of grinding.
I mean, I think existing guns should only have just 1 additional bubble to fill. But that's me. I mean, and I think one of the reasons why I say that, and not having this, having 3 and with different, like a different element or whatever to get that upgrade, is because if you look 3 expansions down the line, how many bubbles are you going to have on that gun? If a new player gets that gun, are they going to have to go through that same progression, or are they going to get something with a base stats that's higher? So I mean, I think that if you make it so extreme like that, then it creates this power creep of the gun that makes it almost impossible for a new player to catch up and fully upgrade that gun.
Well, I think they should stick to what they have done. So every new batch that comes out has just daily, like what they did. So all the new gear has a 331 attack value right now for Dark Below.
Right.
Now, what I think you should be able to do is upgrade, your 300 guns, even your non-exotics, up to that as well. And whether that's 1 bubble or 3 bubbles,
that would have been nice.
Take your pick.
Yeah, because, I mean, I completely agree. I mean, something like that would have been really good.
Yeah, been a heck of a lot better than having to buy it back off the vendor and redo the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because Bungie's thing right from the beginning, and like their tagline for Destiny is become legend. I think a lot of what people are having issue with is that because once you get to the highest levels, you're all wearing the same gear, you all have the same guns. So why not allow us to upgrade our old guns? I'm sure as heck Fatebringer to be or even the Devil That was my favorite hand cannon. Let us upgrade these things so they can still be good down the line. And allow us to actually have some individuality. Because what if I like the blast helmet?
Right?
What's that?
What?
At least the hard mode raid stuff, and maybe certain PvP weapons or whatever. But I mean, your hard mode, you should have been able to run in there in the Vault of Glass or into Crota with all your VOG hard stuff and still left with a piece by the time you finish normal Crota. But every single person had to have brand new gear in order to do hard mode Crota and be 32. I mean, to me, there has to be a balance in between. I mean, you can't just expect the game to go like that and replace you go from one expansion to the next and just keep replacing every single thing you have. I mean, I don't know. I guess they're trying a formula that worked with WoW, and I don't know if it'll work in this next generation. I mean, WoW's lost a lot of people because of the way that it's gone.
Well, I mean, WoW is how many years old is that game now? 11 years old or something?
So, so you're saying that they're
all
aiming
games-
for that 10-year spot, and
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean-
how they're going to do the WoW formula. I don't think it'll last 10 years, though.
No, it
The
won't.
WoW
And
formula.
And I don't think that they want Destiny 1 to last 10 years. They have a 10-year plan for the franchise. I mean, we're going to get
Yeah.
Destiny 2 probably next year.
Same thing with that.
Probably September of next year is probably when Destiny 2 is going to come out. So, I
I
mean,
really hope you're right, and they expand and do a lot of different stuff, but to me, it seems like they just want to carbon copy all the other MMOs that are doing the same crap.
well, I mean, I don't think that they carbon copied it because it's certainly not an MMO. I mean, it's not an MMO by any standard. I mean, the most amount of people you can play with is 6. You can't call that an MMO. Even when you're on patrol, you can only have 3 people,
Yeah,
which
it
is
doesn't have
crazy.
In a
So-
world with only 16 other, or 12 other, or 14.
But don't you
Yeah.
think they're going to go in that direction eventually, where you'll have 16 people in a group and doing
You know, I hope so, and you know, maybe a lot of it was the limitations of the last gen consoles, and maybe with Destiny 2 we will see more MMO features
that is a good
involved.
point.
I mean, I know that they have like an MMO architecture for their systems and everything, but from a player experience and functionality, there aren't a whole lot of MMO aspects to it.
Right.
And their business model isn't MMO because they don't have microtransactions and they don't have a subscription fee, so it's more of a single player game that's more multiplayer in terms of their business model. So it's
Right.
it's more of the Halos and the Call of Duties where they just want to sell you DLCs.
I can't argue with that fact.
I don't think they need to go more MMO, to be honest. I think what they have does work. They just need to recognize the time that we have spent in game. For everyone to be able to just buy level 31 gear and not even just completely skip Vaulted Glass, it was a smack in the face to everyone who actually ground that to get gear. And it does seem like they have they did acknowledge that fact. And he goes on to say about they wanted gear to drop more frequently from Crota, and it did. It does. The big thing at the end of this thing here is where he talks about shards, and that's going to be looking like they're going to be facing a bit of a revision for House of Wolves as well, because you can only get the radiant materials that you need for Crota gear from the Crota raid. Everything else in the game gives you Ascendant shards. And
Yeah.
energy.
I hated
I've
that.
gotten 24 shards now from the last 2 Nightfalls, the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And
it's
that
very
sucks.
obnoxious. Yeah.
Yes.
I have all the gear I need for 32, but I just need a ton of shards, so yeah, they need to get rid of that nonsense.
Ridiculous.
I mean, getting to the highest level should not involve the raid. I mean, it shouldn't. It's just crazy to me that you have to do the raid to hit the level cap.
I don't have a problem with that, to be honest.
They don't actually give those in PvP.
What? You can't get right now.
the
You
new
can't get
shards?
no.
Non-PvP. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
I
get
was
to
wondering- I was
32 unless you
thinking
do
they
the
were.
raid.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's alienating a lot of people. It's stupid.
Especially when Iron Banner comes around. I mean, if you have people that are focused on PvP and now they're getting stomped in something that's supposed to be competitive PvP, and they're getting stomped by people that are playing PvE. Like that just creates this weird environment that really shouldn't be happening.
True.
You could get level 32. I think gloves have the last Iron Banner, I believe.
No, yeah, you can get gloves, but you can't get to level 2. You can't get to level 32 by just that.
Well, no, but if you were missing that piece, I guess, from the raid, you could.
Yeah, and I was. That was the last piece that I got that's going to let me get to 32, and that's actually better than the raid stuff because that takes the Ascended shards instead of the what are the other ones from the Crota?
Radiant.
Radiant. Yeah, so it takes Ascended instead of Radiant, and Ascended are handed out like candy. So.
Well, even if you look at like the last Iron Banner before Dark Below came out, they had, I think, well, at least 2 or 3 different pieces of gear that you could buy that could have got you to 30.
Their strategy is pretty clear. I mean, they're basically putting this from a PvE standpoint. They're putting this cap in terms of how high you can get, and then slowly through Iron Banner, they're going to let people get to that cap without raiding. So by the time House of Wolves comes out, people will be able to get to 32 with just PvE stuff or PvP stuff. They'll be able to get to 32 with Iron Bounty. Or sorry, Iron Banner.
Yeah. Iron Banner bounties.
Yes. So I mean,
say that 5 times fast.
I mean that's the same thing that they did just before. This last DLC happened. They slowly let people get Iron Banner gear to hit the cap. So
yeah, I don't have a problem with that. And I think if you're still playing a Destiny at this point, you should be playing the raid. At least try it, at the very least. Like, why the hell not? Why are you still playing this game? Because let's face it, Crucible is not a particularly competitive environment, not in the same breath as as Halo or Call of Duty was. So like I think there are better competitive multiplayer experiences out there.
That's what drifted me away from Destiny, to be honest with you. Crucible's fun, but it's not as competitive as what goes on in Call of Duty.
Exactly.
Right.
So like.
And there's one freaking game type to play. It's stupid. Why have they not created some better stuff? Whatever. Get a break. It's all Slayer. I mean, there's no capture flag. There's no.
Even the domination is kind of Slayer based.
Yeah,
it is,
exactly. You can.
It's all in kills.
Keep one and kill everybody in the map and still win.
I saw an article earlier this week and had a video of this team that didn't take 1 point. And they
won from capture?
Yeah, they didn't take A, B, or C not once in the game.
I've seen the one, and then they just destroy everybody, but
no, they went without it.
Never take a single.
Never took a point and won the game just because of their kills. So.
That's ruthless. I'd feel like crap, man. I'd be like, oh, we lose it. We're supposed to win.
Yeah. But that's the difference between control and your Call of Duty domination, because it's all on what counts.
Which is fine. Have that, but also have the damn domination. Have the hardpoint games. Have at least Titanfall had 5 different things. I mean, what the hell? It's Bungie. I mean, we expected as much, right? I mean, everybody here. Am I wrong?
I thought I was thinking of full multiplayer.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely talked about this before.
Too much. I think we're beating the damn dead horse.
We are beating the dead horse here.
Just like we're beating the dead horse about the oh shoot, I forget. Never mind.
But anyways, yes, we had some news from, I guess, unofficially from Bungie this past week. So changes are coming. So something to look forward to, at the very least. So I think it's only really a matter of time now before we see this information in an official Bungie update. And speaking of which, last thing to cover here is that annoying heavy ammo glitch, where every time you die or have a cutscene or something, you lose your precious heavy ammo.
Yeah. It's been a problem since beta.
Pretty much. And Bungie has now finally, it seems, acknowledged that the problem even existed. So,
yes, I saw that. I was very happy to read that.
Don't remind me, I wasn't crazy. I thought I was losing it when I noticed that.
Yeah, no, it's been a bug since the very beginning. Any kind of gear that lets you carry more heavy ammo they go into detail about the game does a calculation to give you what you had before death or before a cutscene or anything like that. It seemed overly complicated, but there's a bug in the way the game calculates this. So you constantly lose, like if you're carrying rockets, for example, you lose 1 or sometimes 2 shells from your rockets. And that's a big pain in the ass, especially if you're trying to do hard mode Crota.
Yeah.
Because I went through all of my heavy ammo since, pretty much, and that was a real pain in the ass. But we can hopefully look forward to a fix sometime in the very near future, which is definitely a good thing. But again, better that they've finally actually acknowledged that there is a problem to begin with. Other than that, there wasn't too much in the update of any true real value. There are a couple takedowns of Crota if you'd like to watch those as well. So
You guys actually get him down as a claim?
we got him down. We got him down.
Nice.
So I got to give a shout out to Ryan for helping us through that, because we were banging our heads against the wall for quite a while there, a couple nights, and we got him close a couple times, but yeah, it's very timing oriented, and if your timing is off just by that just a mere fraction of a second.
So was Ryan your like sword carrier? Or?
He was, yes. Yeah.
So Franz didn't do it. Oh.
No, Austin was doing it for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the end, Ryan came in, helped us out in the end. And, yeah, gotta give him a shout out for helping us through that, because we were banging our heads against the wall, and it was getting really frustrating. It really it was really, the fun was sucked out of it, because you're trying, and yeah, it's a very different experience from Vault of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
But in the
I
issue,
heard there's still a lot of, you can still cheese some stuff.
oh, probably.
You guys didn't. Yeah, you're the blind group, right? You don't
We haven't. To be honest, I was tempted. If there was a cheese, I was tempted. I got to that point because I was getting a little bummed out that we couldn't do it, but we got him legit, and yeah, it's good that we got it. The weight has been lifted, so I'm sure we can get through it no problem now. But we have not cheesed any part of Crota, and we have no intention to ever do so.
So is there other people in the Destiny part? I mean, I haven't really been part of the Destiny clan since the beginning of the year, actually. Like, I haven't been talking or anything in that. I haven't played the game since, what was it, January 9th was my last login. You almost kicked me out, didn't you?
Nah.
Not yet.
Not yet. You better log in, though.
Yeah, I better go
Your
log
day's
in
coming.
right now. How's that going by? Are we actually recruiting again, or what's going on with all that?
Well, I guess we can mention it here. Basically, got the information to see when people had logged in to the game last, and with that information, we did some house cleaning, and basically we kicked everybody who hadn't played since before the DLC dropped on December 9th. So anyone that has played The Dark Below in any shape or form is still part of the clan. So we were able to free up about 30 spots on the Xbox clan, and we've got about I think 70 free in the PS4 side. So if you listen to this and would like to join us, look us up on the Bungie page, Original Guardians, and we'll get you in the Facebook chat, and hopefully you be active with us and be a part.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next DLC, actually.
Yeah, if they can get their crap together here, I think it'll be good. And the way that they have, if you do look back at what Destiny was when it first launched compared to what it is now, it is a vastly different game. So they're getting there. So hopefully they can.
Sounds good.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Not true or nothing. Yeah, if we're looking at this over the grand scheme of things over 10 years, then they're making good strides, I think. So.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a story about year 5.
Fingers crossed.
That would suck. I doubt anybody would be giving a shit about that story. I wanted to say something. I wanted to mention it in our Facebook chat, but I'm thinking we might have a decent-sized group of people that want to play Evolve from OG, and I know Cindy wants to work on that, and I know he's like diehard ready for Evolve. So
Yeah, I've been running that since the alpha. It's a lot of fun.
yeah, maybe we'll throw something together, but definitely if you're interested in Evolve, hit up SINYCism. I mean, all the tags are around, so
I'll be running.
definitely.
Cool.
Go to all the OG people out there.
Excellent. Well, you guys got anything else you'd like to throw in here before we wrap things up?
Not really. Just thanks for having me, and look forward to hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, welcome again. Yeah, good to have you.
Yep. Very first test.
Yeah.
All right.
And I did say earlier, I am still playing Destiny and everything, but playing on the H1Z1 on my computer as well. So if we got any other PC gamers in the crowd that want to join me, just hit me up and we can kill some zombies together.
Sounds good.
Cool. What's the best way to people to get a hold of you there, Keith?
They can just send me a Facebook chat and be fine.
Okay. All right. Well, look Keith up if you'd like to play H1Z1.
Yeah.
And yeah. Website originalguardians.net, Facebook Original Guardians, Twitter @OGuardians, Google Plus as well, just plus Original Guardians. And links to some things in the show notes, a bunch of updates in there. Nice little article comparing Vaulted Glass and Crota's End as well. You can guess which one kind of came out on top for some people. Spoiler alert, it's Vaulted Glass. And to be honest, I do like Crota. It is a fun raid. I think the hard is a little pain in the ass, but normal I think is damn fun. Lastly, if you want to read Luke Smith's full post on what they're sort of got down the pipeline for House of Wolves, you can check that out as well. Link is in the show notes. And with that, I think we'll sign off for the week. Thank you for listening, and we will be back next week.
Peace out, Guardians.
Yeah. Good luck in that clan war.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Yeah, thanks. We're gonna need it. No, I'm just kidding. The competition's gonna need it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Those other guys suck. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.